Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Hello. Am I carrying on? Welcome. Because I'm going inside here. And where are we today?
Tinton
In.
in sort of Wales, aren't we? Are we?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it
yeah.
is in Wales,
It's in Wales.
yes.
I don't know where we are now.
No, we've been on holiday, it's
We've been
confusing.
on holiday and we've done a lot of
We
things.
don't know where we are.
Just met a really lovely fella, by the way.
Yeah, who actually knows
Near Medway.
where we live, which is a
Oh,
bit
wow.
very bizarre, all the way in Wales. So yeah. And what are we doing? What am I doing today?
What are you doing, Soph? It's a ruined church that's overlooking, interestingly, the abbey itself,
Yeah.
which, if you stay tuned, will probably be another video.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very busy though. We've unfortunately picked a Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, Saturday is one of these days where it is particularly popular for walkers.
Saturday,
and
half-term-ish.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But we're here and we're going to make the most of it.
Yeah.
So Soph's going to take you in for a little nosy. And a history lesson.
Yes.
Obviously, all we're going to have a history lesson on this one. So take care and we'll see you in a minute.
Let's go.
Bye.
In the deep hills of the picturesque Wye Valley is the village of Tinton, towered by the large romantic ruin of Tintern Abbey. But just a short 400 metres away, atop Chapel Hill, is the isolated and forgotten ruin of St Mary's. Built in the 13th century by the Cistercian monks of Tintern Abbey, this stone church was a place of worship for the Abbey lay workers. The monks were reluctant to share their spiritual spaces, so they built separate ones for the workers of the Abbey and tenants of their lands. The church remained this way until the 3rd of September 1536, when King Henry VIII suppressed Tinton Abbey and ownership of St Mary's was given to the community. The Cistercians held majority of their estate free of tithe, which meant in the dissolution that no tithes transferred to the church to support St Mary's. St Mary's Church of Chapel Hill would now be ownerless. St Mary's, however, still remained in use and would continue to be cared for by the parishioners and volunteers. In 1868, the Church of Wales commissioned neo-Gothic architect John Pritchard to restore Llandaff Cathedral and a few select medieval churches in the diocese, including St Mary's. But by the 20th century, her heyday was over. The Wye Valley industries had long moved on, workers had moved away, and the subsequent world wars had decimated the male population of the village, and the congregation was in decline. In 1971, St Mary's Church was granted a Grade 2 listing. But just a year later, in 1972, after nearly 700 years of continuous worship, the Church of Wales decided to close the church and funding was removed. After her closure, a tragic accident befell St Mary's. 3 Monmouthshire men, drinking in the village pubs and returning to camp in the church, lit a fire to keep warm, but accidentally set fire to the church. Investigators concluded that the men had not lit their fire in the vestry grate, but instead on the suspended wooden floor. Neighbours called the fire brigade, but tragically 2 of the men lost their lives in the accident. St Mary's has changed guardianship in recent years, with some applications to demolish her and build holiday lets, all of which were opposed and declined, but in 2021 St Mary's finally passed to the Crown. The Crown holds no responsibility for the ruin and her walls are guarded by fencing to keep further deterioration from occurring. St Mary's has had a sad history with no clear ownership, but the care of the community and volunteers have kept this lovely ruin from being completely erased from Tinton's history and future. So beautiful tiles still left throughout, actually. Beautiful. So, on that tower So on the quick walk in still has quite a lot of the platforms, which is pretty spectacular. And this window. It's quick. So nature, as it does, always has its way of encroaching back on these old abandoned places. And so this is actually just up the hill from Tintern Abbey itself. Pretty spectacular ruin of its own right, to say the least. And look at this. So you can imagine the size of her. She would have been absolutely quite a large church, imposing on the hill back in her day. So walking up to the altar, and that window, absolutely beautiful. Look at these features here. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. And in here is where we've got access. Oh, excuse the bag. That's a shame. Ruins the feature. So you've got your steps down. You can access that from the outside. So I wonder what this would have been. Because there's a little fireplace in the corner. Look at that. So probably for the clergy of some sort. Let's skip around here. So you can access this point from this external door. Would have been the stairs down, probably, I presume, probably some sort of crypt or basement space. But she is absolutely stunning. As say, there is obviously a fencing in place for, as you can see, crumbling masonry. So just going to be very careful and not fall into the basement. Yeah, there we are, everyone. That is St Mary's of Tinton. Well, it's a shame about that bag. It ruins the aesthetic, let's be honest. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. You know I love my ruined churches. So I've gone to lots in Norfolk. We found one in Cornwall. And now we're in Monmouthshire, I believe still, in South Wales. So I hope you enjoyed the history and having a look around this absolutely beautiful place. I'm going to take some photos so that you see, as I say before, in the history. And we'll see you again soon. So please spread the word of the channel, like and comment, and subscribe. And from the Phoenix History team, we'll see you later. Because history matters. Kapow!
You have 10 minutes when you go through the castle. You have to pay further. It's absolutely amazing. It's literally 10 minutes that way at the moment. And if you could go that way home, because you could go and then over the boat and down to one. Yeah.
Oh, we're over sometimes. So sorry.